Hey, what's up, plant-based runner? Coach Kyle here, and today you're going to learn about the differences between wearing split shorts and half tights. And I've always been a split short guy, but I've noticed runners rocking some half tights for races, and I wanted to give them a shot to see if I like them for myself. I hope by the end of this video, I've provided you with some good information about the differences and the features of split shorts and half tights, and I hope I've earned a like and a subscription from you. So I have two pairs here from Janji, and I'll be talking about the products themselves, as well as the differences between the two types of bottoms to maybe help you decide which option might be best for you, and I'll let you know kind of what I've come to prefer with or from each pair. If you don't know, I'm Coach Kyle, and I help plant-based runners all over the world improve their running and their lives through implementing sustainable training habits, easy to do strength work, dialing in that nutrition, and working on anything else that needs alignment by making it all come together with great accountability and motivation without being asked where you get your protein from. And if you want to learn more about my coaching, check out the links below for some information on that, as well as my totally free 3-part video series with some great quick and actionable tips to help you up your plant-based running game. I've always kind of been a split short guy. Things that I like to look for in split shorts are primarily a good high split. I feel like, especially when trying to buy pants, I have trouble finding options that let my legs move freely, and this is not something I want to deal with my running shorts. Something also that is in mind, that I keep in mind, is that I want them to be comfortable and lightweight, breathable at the same time. As I have little experience with half tights, this was a fun kind of trial run for me. I was really looking forward to having a comfortable pair that I kind of hold more gear in, maybe on the side pockets, without really feeling like this extra gear is annoying me or hindering me. I don't know. I feel like I've used handhelds, I've used running belts, I've used vests, and there's just not really a great way to hold your phone, to hold some gels, an energy bar, stuff like that. Shout out to Janji for sending me the products for use and review. That's a company that has been around for a while. I owned some more gear from them, and I actually met one of the founders at the running event down in Austin, Texas a few years ago. Super nice guy. Janji means a promise or a declaration in the language of the people of Malaysia. Their entire business is aimed at producing great athletic gear, but also helping out our fellow humans. Their website says that water is a vital part of life and is a necessary component to taking the first step on any run. Their promise is to expand access to safe drinking water in the places we run around the world, and they give 2% of the proceeds from every purchase towards clean water projects in the countries that inspire each of their seasonal collections. Throughout the years, they've taken design inspiration from countries like the Philippines, Kenya, Mexico, and more. For example, their Cambodian line was geared towards installing clean water filtration systems in public schools. So the shorts that I have here are the 3-inch AFO split short. For reference, I'm 5'7", about 150 some pounds, the 32 inch waist roughly, and these fit pretty well in a medium. I probably could have gone with a large, it would have been fine. The shorts are marketed as being ultra light and high performing with a really nice built-in liner. Janji's goal with these was to make something weightless that keeps you cool. I think they nailed it. Features also include their ultra light AFO stretch woven fabric that is meant to have a barely there feel. It's supposed to have a fast dry time with high breathability. And one thing I liked about this pair was a really nice waistband with an external facing draw cord that has some perforations built in. This pair does have a nice deep side split, which is important to me with, I think, bigger thighs as kind of like a 5'7" guy. I don't feel any hindrance in my range of motion. There are a couple of pockets with a back zip pocket that's just big enough to hold a small smartphone, as well as an internal drop-down pocket built into the brief, I think, that you can put like a key or a credit card or something. And they top it off with a little bit of reflectivity on the front and the back with their decals. The AFO fabric seems to be the cornerstone of a lot of their products, and it's composed of 88% recycled polyester from 100% post-consumer recycled plastic that is often found with like single-use bottles and containers. This fabric is Blue Sign certified, which means it is free from harmful chemicals and is fabricated in a way that meets a high environmental standard. On the other hand, these 9-inch half tights use their Groundwork knit material, which is a premium grade nylon with a tight woven filament, which is designed to produce less microfiber shedding in the wash cycle and greater durability for the garment itself. Just like that AFO material, their Groundwork knit fabric is Blue Sign certified. These shorts feel and fit really well. I wore them today for 9 miles and I really enjoyed them quite a bit. The laser cut hems provide a seamless, smooth finish, and they're definitely not quite too long. I'm 5'7", so they're on the longer side, but I think, if somebody who was 6 foot bought them, they'd be fine for them as well. They're definitely not too tight above the knee, but they don't ride up either. They're actually like kind of perfect. Just like the shorts, I love that waistband that's kind of like that knit fabric with that external facing drawcord. These tights feature a double layered fabric on the front to keep all your stuff secure, and it adds a little bit of modesty. One thing that really drew my attention to this pair of tights was the options of having a high amount of storage. On the left and the right, there are deep double-tiered side pockets that can easily accommodate, I would imagine, any size of phone. You can shove some nutrition bars in there, your keys. You could even put like some soft flasks in there. I even put my GoPro with the tiny little tripod and it was fine. I actually forgot that my phone was in the left side pocket, and I think the phone in the side pocket of these is the best phone carrying experience I've ever had, because I actually forgot the phone was there. With a handheld, with a vest, with a running belt, you still notice you have that phone with you. I forgot it was with me on these half tights, and that's pretty awesome. So like I said, today I ran 9 miles in them and it was great. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty cool out. If it was 95 degrees outside, I don't think I would go for the half tights, but if it's 70, 80, heck, even like 25 degrees Fahrenheit, I think the half tights would be perfect. My only real kind of nitpicky complaints with the half tights are that at 5'7", they are almost too long. They're not too long, but they're close. So whatever, it is what it is, but they feel comfortable and they fit well. My only kind of real complaint would be I wish the side pockets had a little lip on the inside of the pocket to maybe just prevent a phone or something from sliding up. It's just smooth on the inside and there's not much there to keep something from just sliding up. But I ran with the phone. I didn't have any problems. I actually forgot I had the phone with me. For some people, price is going to be a big stickler with these guys because they're $60 to $80 for a pair of shorts or tights. However, I do believe they're not just up in the price. There is quality of workmanship. There is material sourcing. The company does have a validated price, but it's higher than other options from other companies. This is just a consideration you're going to have to think about for yourself. Is it you want to buy a $30 pair of tights or shorts, or do you want to buy a $60 pair of tights or shorts? You just need to think about how much you care about, where the sources are, what kind of material, the design. There is a difference between a $30 and a $60 pair of shorts. It just matters if that matters to you. Okay, so why would you want to go with half tights or split shorts? And one reason is that the half tights are really good at reducing some thigh chafing if you notice this happening. The half tights are also a bit warmer, and so I think from that like 15 to 25 degree range, they're gonna be perfect. But I ran in them today and it was 70 something and they were spot on. So I think they have a really huge range of comfortable temperatures. Short shorts, split shorts are great if you want a really like barely there feel to the shorts. Split shorts are ultra light, ultra breathable, really good in the summer. There's a reason most of the elites rock these for races. They're cooling, they're barely there, optimal range of motion. But if you're not comfortable wearing something quite that short, Janji does have longer shorts, as well as you can get longer shorts with built-in tights. And there are a plethora of options on their website, really cool designs. I love their style. Definitely recommend checking them out. The coolest thing for me is that I've tested just about every method of carrying my phone. And like I said, this has been the best, least intrusive way I've ever had my phone with me. No vest, no belt, no handheld has ever left me feeling or forgetting that I had my phone with me. And it was right on my thigh. And the reason I originally wanted to test these out was because I kind of wanted to decide would I prefer half tights over my normal split shorts for a marathon, and I'm not sure. I think temperature would come into play. If it was a warm race, I would definitely not wear the tights. They're not quite as cool as a pair of split shorts. But something like a long trail race or like a fall turkey trot 5K, split shorts would be perfect. I will almost certainly wear these at the turkey trot this November, 5K in October. Probably gonna be split shorts, maybe the half tights. But I think for like long trail runs or long cool races or events, if you want some storage, then half tights with some side pockets are totally the way to go. So let me know in the comments which type of bottoms you prefer: split shorts, longer shorts, tights, half tights. Maybe you like the long shorts with the tights built in anyway.